Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is February 11th, and we are on session 4 of our season 5 of Stormbreakers, Saviors of the Sword Coast. We are continuing from last week when our heroes took their ship into the heart of the foggy nightmare created by Emberlost, the dreadnought. And this is the ship that is the mobile hideout for Faralai Stormsworn, and they have been hunting for her to take her out of commission as she's still causing trouble along the Sword Coast, trying to wreak havoc in the name of her god Talos. They approached the ship. It looks like the Orun Knight got a little bit of a head start by hijacking a rock. So it looks like they're going to have to start installing security, improve security to prevent such hijackings in the future. So if lines are long to get on any aerial travel in the future, this would be why it's Kineas's fault. In this case, though, he hijacked the rock and it flew back and landed on the stern of the ship, where it has a large rock nest that has been placed at the back of the ship. From there, he started to get some work done on some wraiths while the rest of the heroes approached in their warship. They did a ship-to-ship transfer, and the heroes ended up on the dreadnought and took out the wraiths and such that were on the top of the ship, and then began to explore. Kineas found a shrine to Talos and began to go to work on desecrating that. So that is where he's at on the what is it called? The bow of the ship. He is in the cabin at the bow of the ship, which is the shrine. Meanwhile, at the stern of the ship, in the quarters in the back, past the storage, is the captain's quarters, where they have found Faralai Stormsworn, somewhat drunk, actually. So she has been drinking and wallowing in the misery of her failures. Then the other characters, 3 of them, began to wander downstairs. They took the stairs down and ended up on the next ship's oars come out, and the ship can maneuver more under the power of oars. Those oars, however, are handled by quite a few living skeletons. So they have discovered the entire deck of the ship that is full of skeletons. So not great for them, as they have all turned and begin to move to attack. So these are the dire straits that we left our heroes in last week, and we pick up from there. So first, we're going to just begin with overloading the processor right now by rolling all NPCs. Stand by. Here they come. All right, so we're rolling initiative. Meanwhile, here they come. All right. Going to fill the screen with initiative rolls.
It's the Army of the Dead.
That's right. Oh. Nikto Barada.
Same thing. If you shop S-Smart.
That's right. All right. Do you know a lot of the Duke Nukem sayings came right out of that movie?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Was it I think it's his birthday. It was either yesterday or today.
Oh, really? My favorite V actor?
Yeah.
All right. There's only one person I think that's missing from initiative rolls, so I'm going to go ahead and roll her.
Looks like Bruce's birthday is June 22nd, so it might be another guy.
Oh, okay. Someone threw something out.
Where are the Naeus tokens?
All right. Well, I think those who are on the turn tracker are ready.
Classic 2 for me.
Well done, sir. So you get to move after all the skeletons.
Great.
Jim, can you roll
Yeah,
initiative
my
for
rolls sucked. This is terrible.
You made a roll initiative for who? Anea?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Ollie got dumped off this map, Jim. I don't think I've killed her yet.
Flying around
Throw
still.
Rebecca. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
so
really
there's-
need her for this, but if you could throw her on, it'd be nice.
All right.
I think I'll need a new character sheet soon.
I am taxing the processing power with a combat tracker that has never been so huge. So stand by. This is where I would normally go, oh, well, let's just. And of course, we've got a whole bunch of pseudo dragons that have just shown up in the tracker.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. So there's an A. All right. So I think we're good. All right. So let us begin combat. First, we're going to begin, however, at the cabin with Lorelei Stormsworn. I believe that she has, she doesn't seem to be taking an offensive stance with you, but she is somewhat, she was when you walked in, kneeling in some kind of a stance of prayer. And she then saw you come in and she said something like, of course, or great, or
Yeah.
sure, this is the way my day's going, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then she, of course, is starting to prattle on now about how it's your fault. If it weren't for you, then she would be reveling in the praise of Talos. Blah, blah, blah.
And it does seem like she's inebriated. Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. All right, so the first round of attacks are going to come from these skeletons. Meanwhile, they've turned around, and as they bring up their hands, bows kind of unfold, and they pull back their arrows that are pulled in their bone arrows, and they launch them at you as if they came from almost nowhere. So, Del, you're going to get a chance to do cool stuff here, it looks like, but only to a point. So, it looks like with an AC of 19, the first arrow is going to miss. The next arrow, however, is coming at you. Since you are the furthest down the stairs, you're going to catch most of the brunt of this attack. That also misses. So we're going to end that turn. What's going on here? Click, end turn. There it is. The end turn disappeared. All right. The next skeleton is going to take a short bow shot at you. That's not going to fly. Oh, I see. End turn goes away until the turn resolves or something. All right. So I'm just whipping through some short bow shots here. One of them is bound to work, so he's going to shoot probably the guy in front of him because he's just a skeleton. It must be. Oh, there we go. All right. So, one of the arrows is actually going to strike true, Mr. Monk. What you going to do?
I'm gonna use my reaction.
By any chance, did it pop up an invitation for you to use that reaction? I'm curious.
It did.
Good. Nice. All right, what's this? What's this? Deflect missile, and you're throwing it back at him?
I don't know why I had disadvantage, but yeah, Dell's gonna catch that missile, spin around, and throw it right back at him. Disadvantage didn't matter, but
Love that. One of the
yeah.
coolest
So
money
he
things.
takes 12 damage. That was awesome.
Yep, and he certainly did. It's like stick an arrow straight into his sternum, and you can see the bones crack all across his chest. He looks very fragile at this point. All right, so
That was after obviously just ducking and weaving
yeah,
the other two's attempts.
that little kung fu business of whipping back around at him. All right, so that ends that turn. This skeleton is going to also attack you, but it's going to. This one's also going to hit you, but you've used your reaction, so I think you're just going to take this one.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I believe it is already applied 8 hit points, but it's taken it off your temporary hit points.
So I no longer have that aura around me.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. The mist has left the rave.
Okay. Let's see who's up next now. So this skeleton is going to take a shot at the cleric. So Ezra, here comes something. All right, so you have a 16 armor class, so a 17 is going to hit you, and it's going to apply 6 points of damage to you. So it just wings you, kind of arrow slices across a weakness in your armor, and you feel it cut into your flesh.
Wonderful.
It's just like this. There's a blotted out the sun kind of a rain shower of arrows just like turn as all these guys go and they just start firing arrows at you on the stairs there. All right, Ozus, you're facing Farrelly. You've got you're standing there right behind Zith. Good cover. Now what?
Divine word.
Okay. What is the word? Is the bird the word? What is the word?
Wow, it takes so. Wow. That's right. It doesn't pop all the way. Okay, they have a jump to the bottom. Did she pass her saving throw? No, she didn't.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
She failed. Is she deaf, dumb, or blind? She sings out. She's got to sing Tommy now.
I don't think she falls into any of those categories. Regardless of hit points, a celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend is forced back to its plane of origin. Well, she is neither of those. So she fails her save, and I don't see any effect from this spell.
Really?
She has
Where are
more
you
than 50
seeing
hit points.
this?
She has more than 50 hit points. So this is a great spell, it looks like, to save for when you've beaten them down a little bit and you think they're under 50 at least, because then there'll be some kind of deaf, blind,
Oh shit!
etc. If she's below 30 hit points, then she's stunned. If she's below 20 hit points, you kill her instantly.
Yeah, if you were downstairs, this would be a great spell.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fuck.
Sometimes
Oops.
referred to as an execute.
Yeah, this would be like a finishing move, an ultimate, right?
Okay.
Or like Kanea said, if you were with all those skeletons, this divine word probably would have just blasted them all into splinters.
Oh. But wait, how come it's still showing? I still have my death ward on.
Anything else you want to do after
Give him a
giving her the word?
mulligan. Give him a mulligan. He misread his spell.
Given the you guys are 14th level by now. You need to read your damn spells.
Well, I'm still
Okay.
13. I'm
Because
still.
I'm not reading them until you use them, and then I'm like,
Well, then I still
Hmm.
have one. I still have a cantrip left because that was a bonus spell.
you can.
It is a bonus spell.
All right. You
Okay,
can use.
thaumaturgy. I'm going to close that door.
Okay. Come on. So you do the word. You go, oh crap, and then the door closes. All right.
And then I say, Zith, run. Well, and my turn right there.
So wait. But Oz is this is important. So you haven't
Go ahead.
moved yet, right? So when you tell me to run, are you running?
I guess I could run to here to make sure you follow.
And you run to there. Is there a door in the way? It looks like there may not be a door on this map, or there should be.
No,
put
there's
you
no door there.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
opened.
There should be. All right. So go ahead. I have. That's just a wall. It did.
Are you
somebody
cool with
misput in
that,
the
Zith?
door there.
I love it. I want to play this out.
Okay,
Is-
yeah.
is-
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Done with your
Or
turn?
we're gonna
We
die.
have to run. Yeah, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. So we're back to more of the blot out the sun, rain of arrows. So just real quick, gonna roll some of those. That looks like a miss to me. Going to all right, Zamara.
All right.
You see these guys below you getting pincushioned. Tink, tink. Well, I mean, most of the arrows are missing. One got redirected back to a skeleton. That was really cool. He did a little spinny thing, like twirled it around his fingers and let the momentum just shoot it right back to where it came from.
All right. Well, is Dell adjacent to any of them?
You are at the top of the stairs, so if you can imagine that you can see down the stairs, you are not actually adjacent to any of them unless you.
I meant Dell. Dell. Sorry, not
Oh,
anybody.
Dell. Yeah, so they are. He's at the bottom of the stairs. So the ones that are right next to him are absolutely like if you want to use difficult terrain to get past those two guys, you could go right on down in front of Dell and attack one of the ones that are near him, or are you using a ranged attack? What are you doing?
Oh, I'll shoot. I'll shoot with the crossbow for a ranged attack. I don't know why it's showing
All right.
that I have
Star
disadvantage, but
Everyone seems to be. I'm not sure why that is.
I like it. I like
maybe-
our formation.
Maybe
Alright.
what we ought to do is set everyone's. Oh, everyone's got the right altitude. I wondered if it was counting it as long range or something, but nope. It all looks good to me. I don't know why.
that is weird.
It is.
Well,
it is
so that's-
God. It knows.
Yep. All right. Well, okay. Do you want me to just?
Looks
Let
like
me
you did 8 points of damage to that skeleton. So
Well,
That's
it
good.
should also trigger for my sneak attack because we got an adjacent enemy too. But it thinks, oh well, because you got disadvantage, you don't get sneak attack.
oh, okay. Yeah.
So let me see if I can do it manually. You might need to put the damage in manually, but
Mhm.
he'll take an extra 16 damage on top of it. All right, and I'll just reload as a bonus, and that'll be my turn.
You don't need to reload with the crossbow. I don't believe.
Oh, that's right, I don't.
That's a cool sound.
That's a cool sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to more skeletons. Dell, we're going to target you again with this guy. He's a little bit further away. Actually, yeah. So just a short bow shot. That's a 1. That's no good. Moving on. This guy, he's not going to do anything. We're just going to skip him. Doesn't really have a shot at anything. All right, now this guy, however, he looks like he's going to have a shot and is going to try to hit Zamara. Don't know if that'll work, but let's see how it goes. That'd be a big nope.
That
Okay.
does not. Yep. Duck out of the way.
Dun, dun. All right, so this guy's got a good long range shot. I think he can hit straight over there, so he's going to try to take a short bow shot. Okay, that's no good. Moving on. This guy also is going to just go ahead and take a short bow shot.
Yeah.
That misses the live and nubile Dell, of course. This guy though, he's actually going to use his short sword. He whips out because he's right next to you guys, and so he's going to hit Dell or try to hit Dell from where he's at. So with a short sword instead of a ranged weapon. Oh, it says he's 30 feet away. That's rich.
Oh yeah, it must be elevation.
Yeah.
No, it
must-
says 5 feet from me.
Yeah. Something about the way these guys went. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it acted like it was 30 feet away. But it's going to hit you for 7 points of damage. So I think that worked. And this skeleton has a short bow. He's going to take a shot at you. See if we can beat you down a little bit into submission before you just wipe everybody out. Are we there yet, Ezra? Are we getting close? I don't think so. For some reason,
What was that?
Ezra, it doesn't seem like we're getting close yet to you because.
No, I got quite a while.
Yeah. We're working our way back to you, babe. All right.
How
Short
how
bow.
tempting.
Yeah. All right. That might do it. Let's see. Oh, that's a hit. A dead even hit for 6 more points, Del. That guy plucked you too. You took that one in the thigh or the shin or something. Not terribly important, but just need to put some salve on that later. That's gonna hurt. All right, we're gonna skip that guy because he got nothing to do over there. This guy, I think he can get a straight shot to Dell from where he's at, just over this little pit thing. So a little short bow attack here. Oh, that looks like a hit. With a 22, that's going to do an amazing 3 points of damage. So I think what happens is your man bun actually gets just snipped off just a little bit. Just a little bit. And he's pretty happy about that result because the skeletons, they don't like man buns. They're very irritated about that. All right, so this one's going to move up on you and work with a short bow, a short sword. That's not going to work though. No good there. All right, your turn, Del.
Okay,
Guess what? You have your reaction back now. That's good.
I do. I am going to reactivate my symbiotic entity.
Go on more shrooms.
Which I
So
still
there's-
have to manually put the hit points in, the temporaries.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there is a.
It honestly doesn't. Yeah, I
when we
don't
get
even
to
think
the
it
next-
does anything offensively.
There's no automation for that. Normally, it would put a status or something on you using one
Right.
of the automations, but we're behind on the automations because the last time I tried to upgrade, it causes all kinds of trouble with module interactions. They're all work at certain version numbers, and there are so many that interact with each other that if one guy gets behind, last time it was Chris's pre-mades that was behind. One guy gets behind and then nothing works. It's like you can't upgrade any of them until the one guy catches up. So it's going to take some effort to actually get that, like some real time to test it out once it gets done. So So for now, it may work in the future once I get some time just to go through, because you got to back it up and be able to roll back, and it's just a mess. But anyway, so for now, you go ahead and do it manually. You've got your stuff, and now what are you going to do? That's your action. So you got a bonus action.
Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm gonna do patient defense and spend a key point to take the dodge action.
Okay, nice. The dodge action. So that will make sure everyone has disadvantage against you. So I think you can do a dodge on your sheet, and I think it will probably put your status on. Let me look. Nope. Where are they? I thought there was a. Just taking a long draw from his decanter of water. Nope. There used to be these little actions you could add to your sheet. I wonder if I open up your sheet if it's in there. It's not in the shortcut list that I use. So if we look at actions, do you have dodge in there anywhere? You have a whole
I'm
crap
not
ton of
seeing
stuff.
it.
Not,
Yeah, I do.
Nope. All right. Well, regardless, if it doesn't do disadvantage, we can roll a second time and see if it's a worse roll. So no worries on that. All right. So anything else you're going to do? That's your bonus action.
No, that's it.
Did
Yep,
your
I'm gonna
action.
stay here and block the stairs.
Roger that. All right. So end your turn. We'll move on to the next. All right. So this guy here, he is. I think he's going to. You're still up front, so he's going to try to do a short bow attack with you. Let me see if I can force a disadvantage on the roll just to be sure. Nope, it just rolled one die. But it missed anyway, so we'll just leave it at that instead of wasting time rolling again.
No need.
All right. All right, Zith. The door's been slammed shut in front of you by Uma Thurman. And so what are you going to do now?
I'm going to chew this mouthful of food that you caught me in the middle of. And then, hey, Ozish.
Yeah.
What was your divine word? Did you pick one?
No.
So all Zith knows is that Ozish screams this word.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happens to Fairlight Stormsworn. And then he just looks at me with terror and he says, run. I'm like, oh, shit, this is not good. But as he sees him going, door shut, yells back at him, Ozus, sometimes the only way out is through. And he slams open the door and immediately takes his hand, and from his hand emits a giant ghostly hand that wraps up Miss Stormsworn. And I don't think there's a target for this, but
that'd be a big B hand.
A big B.
Okay.
I will cast this. I will use the spell slot.
I think it'll ask you to put down a template, which is the hand.
Yeah, so I'll put it right here. It's weird.
There it is. Doesn't have a cool image.
If you want to give it some hit points, Jim, it does have hit points. It has my hit points.
It has your hit points. It says 84. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It already has
Awesome.
84 hit points.
Yay, automation.
Most of it's smart. It just doesn't have it all. So
I think you need to, if Fairlight, it comes right out, it grabs her or tries to grab her. I do think you get to try to not make that happen if you like.
You're trying to grasp.
Yes, it's I use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple.
Okay.
And if she's medium or smaller, which I don't know what she is actually.
Medium.
Yeah,
She's
what
medium.
is she?
Hey, she's a depends on where she buys her armor. Women's sizes are all over the place.
She,
That,
she's just
unlike
medium.
most of this, is going to age very well on YouTube. I think that was a really funny, politically safe comment. That was great.
All right, so I
So she-
believe that this token is also under your control, and you can do actions as the token. Does that seem right to you?
Yeah, sure. I will. I
Oh,
will
it's
try to
actually
do.
put this as a sub token for everybody. Go figure. There you go.
It was doing so well. So I can only do a strength saving throw. I think it's a strength check at once. For me, strength score to resolve the grapple. Oh, just my score. So my strength score is 26. So you do
Okay.
whatever you need to do for a
So-
grapple.
So from there, you just click on your strength, the STR
Oh, here,
above.
grasping hand. Here, I'll do grasping hand.
Yeah, there you
A
go.
target must be okay. Oh, this is really high fi. Okay, I'm gonna grasp
Yeah.
the hand. I think I picked her. Bam.
Yep. There you go. And so that gives me a
and
chance to do a strength check back. I'm going to do
and I
it
will roll with
normal.
advantage. Oh, it
Fairly
didn't ask
rolled
me to.
result of 5.
It didn't ask me. That's weird. It asked me to roll, but then it didn't roll.
Yeah, I don't see it either, so that's weird. But it looks like she rolled less than your strength score.
Yeah, I mean, it says use your
There it
strength
goes.
score to resolve
There
the
it goes.
grapple,
It rolled.
and I roll with advantage on the check,
Yeah, it's just
assuming that she's medium or smaller. Oh, there's
had
my
to-
roll.
yeah, it had to stop at the border and pay some kind of tax to get out of California. So, all
Cool.
right. So 27 versus a 5. She is grasped.
And I will use the bonus action. I think I can do it all in one to crush her. It's not much. I don't mean to be killing her at this point, but I will yell at her.
Okay.
Barreleye. You need to give up all of your ships and your army immediately. I have a very pissed off kind of warlock guy who really has it out for you. And I want to get on to the next thing.
Oh, so that's not me making that noise.
And I would not step into the room. I don't think I'm not bald. And I will end my turn.
Very good. Yeah, so there you go. All right, this guy, he's going to take a shot at the cleric because he can shoot at his kneecaps. So let's do that. Short bow, can't really move. All right, so there is a 16. Okay. So we had going on. All right. My phone just started going crazy. My daughter was calling. All right. So that's what is it? 3 points? 3 more points, Ezra.
Oh boy.
3 more points. All right. So this skeleton is going to move forward and take Del on. Take Del on with a short sword. I don't think that's going to get anywhere. Plus, he should be doing it at disadvantage. So I don't see much happening there. That is over. Since you're dodging. This guy's going to shoot at Ezra. And a short bow. Nope. No good there. That happens to be at disadvantage for some reason. I don't understand why it's choosing to do that. Just that it is. I don't get it. All right, moving on. All right, Del, this guy is going to step forward and he's going to attack you with his short sword. That still didn't roll with disadvantage, so let me roll it one more time, because that would be a hit. Let's see if the second roll is sucks. Nope, yep, sure enough. So that is a miss. I'm going to undo if it does any damage. I'm going to undo it. So stand by. I don't see that it got any damage through it. You didn't see any damage come off, did you? I think I interrupted it.
I
No.
think so too. Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah. No, it looks like it did not. No
yeah, I
damage
didn't
to
see
you.
any damage.
All right, that is the way it should be. Moving on. The next skeleton doesn't want to be left out, so he is going to target Dell as well. And with the short bow. Oh, that didn't have disadvantage though. So let's try it again. Not sure why it's doing disadvantage on people who aren't dodging. That one's gonna miss. So I think that is also not going to apply any damage to you. I think I interrupted it in time, so it looks okay.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. This guy, he is definitely going to take a short bow shot at you. So let's see if I can
Come at me, bro.
cause it to do disadvantage with this one. Go. Did it
Move
work?
on up. Come a little closer.
Nope, didn't work. So that looks like it's enough to hit you if I
It is.
don't flub the other one. So let's see. Oh, yep. So this one's going to hit because a 21 also hits. 20 or 21. So one of them is going to hit you. Let's see what happens. You're going to deflect missiles. Chump. All right. That's a pretty good deflect missiles. So
I don't know why I had disadvantage.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's getting something, and I'm not sure what that is. Disadvantage nearby foe. That's why you're using a ranged attack with an
That's
enemy
fair.
nearby. Aha! It finally told me. Why are these guys got this? Let me see if I can find that in this
Yeah,
disadvantage.
yeah, I see it right there. When you go into the miss.
Yeah, if you click into it, it'll tell you why you have disadvantage.
But I feel like definitely Zamara and possibly Ezra shouldn't have disadvantage because they're like up the stairs. So they're not really. Ezra maybe,
Yeah,
but Zamara certainly shouldn't have disadvantage.
but Zamara probably just on general principles, just because Zamara should, just because
Yeah.
just because she's a pirate.
Right.
They can't be trusted. All right, so I think we're done with that guy. That guy end turn. Next guy, he's got a short bow with your name on it, Del. Let's see what happens. I'm going to see if I can get it to do disadvantage. So if I click here and click here, that should roll with disadvantage, but I don't think it does.
Mm-mm.
Nope. All right, that's not enough to hit anyway, so we'll just call that a miss. And move on. This guy, God, go after you. How do I get it to click? Or if there's a way.
That was like basically doing cartwheels in place right now, just dodging arrows.
That doesn't help either. All right. We are moving on. I got to figure out how to make it do disadvantage. That's bugging me. All right, this one's going to go after Ezra. He's going to shoot Ezra across the stairs, try to hit him in the shin. Short bow.
See what happens if you hit it in the chat window. Just hit disadvantage and then
Where in the chat window do you think? I
down
can
on the
do
bottom, when you do like manual rolls, there's a button for advantage and a
Oh
button for
yeah,
disadvantage.
that's a different module altogether, just for rolling dice. It's not
That's what I
related to these other things, but yeah, interesting. But I mean, I should be able
Sometimes
to,
the light switch
force.
turns on the toaster.
right? Like It's since it's a given that toast always lands butter side down and a cat always lands on its feet. What happens if you like tie a piece of toast to the back of a cat and then throw it in the air?
In my neighborhood, you go to jail and get a fine.
Of course. So why?
It's a different world now.
What happened? I'm like locked up, maybe? No? Like my screen's not locked up. I can move the map around, but I am stuck here. So let's go just next combatant. All of these skeletons are marking off that they're using their reactions. That's weird.
I see that. That is weird.
Not sure why that is, but anyway. Not much this guy can do, so we're just going to skip his turn. End turn. All right, so this skeleton right next to you is going to target you, Del, with a short sword. If I skeleton's target's 15 feet away, range is only 5. So that's I don't know why that is. It thinks it's 15 feet away from you. Oh, see, your altitude says 15. I wonder why. Minus 15. Oh, ha. Sorry. Let's put you back. All right. I don't know what's going on. It thinks here. Oh, I think that fixed the altitude problem. Okay. So next, moving on, end turn. Next guy. All right, Kineas, you're in there. You said you were destroying the horns as well?
Yeah, anything with a Talos marking.
Okay. Yep.
And so I have no idea what else is going on in this ship.
You have no idea what?
And I have no idea what's going on anywhere else in this ship.
No, not really at all. Now, what's interesting is that you see some strange happenings at the very prow of the ship. This bulkhead right here suddenly starts to move. And what happens here is, let me stand by while I get this.
I bet it's a giant skeleton.
You think so? Because
It's the only thing I know is on the prow of the ship.
Indeed, a giant skeleton is whipped around. He's still kind of connected to the prow of the ship, but he has a very large weapon and he intends to use it. So let me first add him to the initiative. Da, 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 da. All right. So he'll come into initiative at some other time. Right now, we are on you. What do you want to do?
Okay, so just so I understand the scene, suddenly the ship tore apart and the skeleton that was strapped to the prow of the ship is trying to reach backwards or turned around.
No, what happened was like the whole wall where this whole bulkhead is that has the skeleton in it had just went and kind of rotated as if it were like a revolving door. And so the skeleton is now, from the waist up in this room with you. But he still seems to be attached to the bulkhead, but he's got this very big halberd.
Ah, my halberd, I say. And I'm going to try to take
Yeah.
the halberd. And bonus action, I'm going to activate Giant Smite. I'll leave myself my current size. Yeah, so I'm going to try to steal his weapon.
Just want to take it, huh?
Yeah, again, it's my weapon.
It's fine. I want it back.
Yeah, I stole it fair and square. So, okay, so this is a strength, an opposed strength check or athletics?
You want to disarm him. So use the disarm maneuver.
How do I do
Well, let me look real quick. DISA. Disarm. Disarming. A disarming maneuver in combat. That's not what I want. That's giving me descriptions. I wanted the real thing, man.
I'm not seeing that on my action pool.
I think it has to do with an attack roll. In the DMG, there is a disarm maneuver. So the attacker makes a melee attack roll contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity check. If the attacker wins, the target drops the item, shield, or object, etc. Let's do that. That sounds fair enough.
Okay. And does my giant might? I've actually giant might already. It's fine if it doesn't, but does that affect anything?
Did you use your giant's might?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Then I think it would give you advantage, maybe.
Good to me.
And I'm going to use my athletics. All right, 20 versus 22.
Yes, I rolled a 23.
Oh, 23.
Yeah, that is something that rolled automatically when I activated giant might.
Okay, so 23 beats a 22. You knock it out of his hands.
Yeah, so it's now in my hands, correct?
No, it's on the ground. You've knocked it out with you beat it out of his hands. He didn't wrestle him for it, I don't think. That's not the way I saw it. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, it was. It's like I was trying to pull it out of his hands and take it back.
Okay, so you used unarmed strike. That makes sense. And all right, so you have this large halberd now.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use my movement. Pete, I'm leaving the room. And opportunity attack, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he can then use his. Let's see. So, not Dell. That was a pretty good attack all the way across the ship. So his hands would be like scimitar, but they'll be bludgeoning damage instead of slashing. So a 19 looks like it might hit you. So he's going to hit you. And let's see what his damage is. I think it's giving you a chance to, use your gift of the dragon.
Yes, I am now. That was my AC to the highness I don't get hit.
And you concentrating on something because it's having you make a Constitution saving throw with advantage?
I think I am. I just don't.
Yeah, it says a concentration roll.
In that case, the only thing I think I could be concentrating on would probably be
protection from evil and good. Yep. All right, good. So I can see that in your statuses.
So
I think
rolling all attacks get me a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
So my wings come down to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna
All right.
turn around, using the middle
Yep.
finger, and walk out of the room.
Okay. All right. Very good.
What?
So
Wanna
I
see
thought
it?
you were running away.
You-
You're getting closer.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
Can you open the
I
door?
just need to help you out the door. There's no door there. Apparently that deck is missing doors. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna look towards Oz and say, "Hey, Oz, look what I got!" As they holding up
Yeah.
the halberd.
So you are right behind Zamara right there. And so you can kind of see down where Dell is like ducking and dodging, and you're
What the? Zamara, why are you guys fighting an army of the undead?
Well, if we don't, then they're just gonna chase us.
Just
Leave!
Kinace,
And I'm gonna move out of the way so they can all come up the stairs.
oh,
all right. Well, we've got a whole bunch of skeletons to go through before anything else fun happens. So hold on a second here. You ready to
Just-
hit next?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Kinace, he sees me, does he also see Zith? Because that door is still closed.
Oh yeah, I just see you.
No, he doesn't see
And
Zip.
you see me. Yeah, but you see me now holding a familiar halberd.
Yeah. Can you open that door so I can see Zith?
No.
Okay.
You closed it for some
Uh,
reason.
No, I
Yeah,
closed
my
this
foot.
door back there. For some reason, all the doors are closed and I can't see Zith anymore. There we go.
Is that better?
Yep, that's
I
better.
just got rid of the door. I mean, I moved the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, I have no idea what's happening. So you just see me like celebrating, like I have my halberd back.
That's what I thought. I could see her too. So, gotcha.
And now I'm playing some more about
Just to make it clear.
why are they fighting an army of the undead?
Why not?
And I told you,
What
and
we
I
do.
told you why.
Yes. Like run. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
All right.
And just to make sure, I have inspiration from creating the first mate, right?
Did you do something between sessions, last session and this session?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, then you can have it. That's fine.
Yes, I've created the first mate for our crew.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So this guy's going to take a shot at Ezra. Oh, that looks
Alright.
like that's going to hit you, Ezra. 5 points of damage, sir.
All right.
All right. That guy's not going to do anything. Can't really, he's not good seats for this. Dell, this guy, I don't know how to make it do disadvantage, so let's just see if it even hits in the first place. Nope. Moving on. All right. This guy, he's going to go ahead and take a shot at you. Ooh, that was a vigorous roll. All right. Nothing to see here. Moving on. This guy is going to make a roll. Oh, let's roll it again
Oof.
because we got disadvantage. Hello?
Who? Are you there?
Yeah.
2.
No, it just didn't roll. And then it delayed and then it rolled again. So
Ah.
the way life goes for us here. All right, Dell, that's a miss. So there should be no damage applied to you. All right. Moving to the next short bow attack against Dell. That's a miss. Moving on. So a lot of numbers here. Let's see what somebody's bound to hit. All right, so that would be a hit, but let's see if with disadvantage if it hits. Oh, it's probably waiting for your reaction or something. You can just X
No.
the X.
No, I already took my reaction, so it's not giving me the option.
Okay. Nope. All right, so that's a miss. Moving on. The next skeleton, we're going to just quickly roll that one. Oh, that would be a hit. Let's try it again. See what happens. Okay. And that would be a miss, right? Yep. All right. Moving on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost to Feral Eye. Let's see. Good grief. All right, so we're skipping that guy next. That guy's got a shot, so we'll have him quickly roll that. Oh, what? Something just happened. He rolled with advantage. I didn't do it. Let me see why. Advantage not detected. I don't know why. That's like he was hiding and then took a shot at you. I don't know. But even with 2 dice, it wasn't able to do anything useful. All right. Feral Eye is going to do something. What's Feral Eye going to do? When one is grappled, you cannot move. Your speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonuses to speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or the grappling effect, such as when a creature is hurled away by a Thunderwave spell. That's interesting. So she still can act. She can still take an action. She can still, for example,
She cast a spell with somatic.
Cast a spell. It doesn't say you can't. It just says your speed's moved to 0. So she has full access to her hands, apparently.
Fishy.
Yeah, apparently. So she's going to use it. Oh, wait. All right. I think that she is. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. She is going to cast a spell at you, Sif. Hold on a second. I'm going to cast this banishment spell at you, and let's see how that goes.
It's not doing anything. Oh, yeah. Some things should have just happened. The creature was counterspell. 16 intelligence ability check. Hello?
So,
Take
Does
your
he know-
banishment and stuff it.
Yeah, can you hear us?
yeah,
I can hear
Hello?
you guys.
I can.
Can you guys hear me?
Call real quick.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
He's taking a call real quick, he just said.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to take a call. So,
Is it that? Is the counterspell that
I
effective?
was going to
that
say
he's
he's
gotta
super
reach out
pissed
to
about the
other
counter spell.
dungeon
Yeah,
masters?
I'm not happy about that counterspell one bit. Seems to have worked.
He's on 1-800. What the hell do I do? 1-800-DM.
That seems
Jeremy, 1-800 Jeremy C.
1-800 Jeremy. What do I
there
do?
you go. All right. So you threw out your counter spell, and I'm not sure why it rolled a d20 plus 4. What was that about? Let's see. 4th level or higher. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. 10 plus the spell's level, so 14. You rolled a 16, so that worked, and you countered the spell. Nice
Yeah.
job.
Nice.
Thank you.
Now, she does get a bonus attack. So let's see what she's going to do with that. I think she's going to use her that's an action. So I just need to get this. I think we're going to just irritate you with a spiritual hammer. I think that's what we're going to do.
Can
Nope,
she do
nope, nope,
two
she can't.
spells?
No, she can't. No, she can't. I wanted her to. I really
She's
did.
special.
She, in a lot of ways, but she's just going to end her turn. All right. So one more skeleton here. Change targets back to Dell. Mr. Skellington. Short bow. A miss.
We
End
not hit
turn.
a. Oh yeah. We haven't hit a cleric in the in the Army of the Dead deck, but here comes Ezra. Bam.
Ezra's been hit twice, so
Yeah, but he has some. I'm sure he has some stuff up his sleeve. He's been waiting until the end of initiative to unleash. Poor dude.
okay, Dell.
right.
It looks like you're going to take a hit, but it's not a critical hit, so there's that. So it'll be 5 damage. It looks like that applied, so you should be set.
Yep,
Is that
looks
about
good.
right? Okay. All right, Anea. What's Anea doing?
He's going to take the search action and look through the rock's nest. She doesn't care what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, she's going to find stuff in there. There's definitely stuff to find in that rock's nest. I'll fill you in later. But
Okay.
there's stuff in there. All right, so this skeleton. Just a short bow attack on Dell. You done dodging yet?
No, not until my turn, right?
Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought I'd try though. All right, so another short bow attack.
Yeah, it's a great bonus action.
It is. All right, so nothing's going on there. And we're almost there, Ezra. Almost there.
If you say so.
I'm gonna try to shoot you first before we get there. Bow
Okay. Yeah,
attack.
this will be the kill shot.
That's a 1. Nice. Not the kill shot we were hoping for. All right. So wait for it. Ezra, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pass. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I will. Let's do some spirit guardians.
So much blood.
We're gonna
So great.
exactly.
Okay.
Come on.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that should get a good amount of them in there. So I probably wouldn't even. I don't know if I could move like a little bit closer. I don't think I'd really be able to get more of the guys on there.
No.
No, I think that's
Yeah,
a
so
good one.
that's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, and I'm gonna yell to everyone else near me, "Stay close, guys. They won't dare to come closer."
So this guy is going to try to shoot you. I think I've got you targeted. Let's do that shot. Nope. Moving on. That's a waste. All right, this guy's gonna try to shoot you. What?
Well,
Never mind.
Hmm.
He did.
nice.
All right. Next.
Nice.
Wait, let's see. Whoop, wait. He did. The automation's pretty good here.
Oh yeah.
All right, this guy's gonna shoot you. Maybe he can shut down the damn thing. Let's see. Let's make you flub a concentration check. That's all I'm looking for here. That's a hit. You're gonna have to make a concentration check. Let's see. I'm sure it'll prompt you. Hold on. There it goes. DC 10 concentration check. You take 4 hit points. Here it comes. Oh,
Nice.
with a 20.
Bam.
I think you made it.
I was gonna
All
say,
right.
I'm not even. Mine's lagging a little bit, so I can't even see it yet.
Yeah.
It was
you
a
just
nat
took,
20.
you took
Oh,
4
thank
points. You rolled a nat 20. You took 4 points of damage. This guy's going to attack you as well. Skeletons aren't as dumb as you thought they were. That's a 2. That's no good. Okay. Mhm. Did not advance the turn. Let's try again. All right, this guy, he's done. Yeah, nope. 5d8 of damage. You're gonna clear this part of the board pretty quick. All right, this guy, short bow attack. Nope. Okay, move into the next guy, which would be, in this case, Ozus.
Yep.
Oh, why did it? Oh, it hit you with a 16.
Who?
The Constitution saving throw failed, and the Spirit Guardians drops.
Oh.
You're like, oh, it just nicks you like right in the side of the neck. Wasn't a bad hit. It just did what, 4 points of damage out of your 97 that you currently have. So it's no big deal, but it distracted you because it stung, and then all of a sudden, the spirits vanish. Okay, Ozus, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to see if I could. How come I can see her from here, but I can't see her from here?
There's a mast pole in the way.
Okay, but I can still hit her.
Sure. She's got a little bit of cover, but yeah. It's possible.
Okay.
Znith will yell back, "Don't hit the hand."
Good luck.
Can I see the hand?
Oh yeah. It's a fairly opaque, ghostly hand.
No, but I don't see where I would hit it.
Well, it's wrapped around your target. That's the only reason you might hit it.
Oh,
I'm just joking. That's a Jim call. Like, you can't do anything with your aim.
oh, I'm gonna flame strike
Jim
her.
might be like, you rolled so bad you hit the hand.
Right.
There you go.
Oh shit. Okay, we just got serious.
So not an attack roll. All right. So this will do damage to the hand, which is fine, right?
Correct.
Did you place your template? There you go. All right. Okay. So Fairlight screws up her dexterity saving throw naturally because she's held in place. That makes sense. And the hand needs to make a saving throw. You gonna take care of that, Zith? That looks like you doing that. All right. So looks like
hand-
Big
the hand
Hand
passed.
fails the
Yeah.
saving throw too. So Fairlight loses her concentration. What was she concentrating on?
I don't know.
He tried banishment.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
just didn't clear it.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's fine. So she fails her concentration check, no problem. All right. So she's going to take a bunch of damage, and so does the hand. It figured it all out. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. All right.
What? Shoots a glare back at Ozus. I told you not to hit the hand.
Like he does oh well.
He's like, sorry.
I
Okay.
still have a question. What exactly is she? She's not a fiend or a fae?
She's human.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Really? I thought she was an orc.
She's never been an orc. That would be you reading the book.
No, I mean she's surrounded by orcs.
Yeah, but she's not. She's human. She always
Then
has
I'll
been.
end my turn.
She has been she has been what I would call Kraken touched. So there are parts of her that seem like they're tentacles or whatever, but she's very, very human. She's
Very nice.
Yeah.
You mean are we
can't
talking
remember that.
Lovecraftian touch or?
Yeah, that kind of Kraken. Yeah.
Okay.
She got Kraken and
She's like a
got her,
Kensington drug addict.
got her a promotion. All right. So yeah. All right, Del. We got another non-destroyed skeleton now that's going to. I'm just trying to rub it in a little bit. I'm going to hit you with a short bow. Let's see. Are you still dodging? You're still dodging, aren't you? All right.
Yeah.
Screw that. Moving on. That guy's not going to do any good. All right. Zamara, you're at the top of the stairs. You've got Kineas up there next to you. You can't see him because you're on two different parts of the map that are actually the same part of the map. But there you go. So
All
he's
right.
right next to you. He's moved out of the way so y'all can back up out of the stairs if you wish, or you can just go diving right in.
Well, Mr. Kineas, do you need any help with anything else? Because it is kind of fun shooting up these here undead.
Oz. So I saw Oz like shoot a spell into the room. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, yeah.
Oz is fighting now. I don't know what's going on with that.
All
And
right.
also,
well,
there's a giant skeleton in the room behind me. So
I
You hear
see.
like fire in the hole, and then Ozus comes out and he goes. Woo. Yep.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kind of do my thing with my hands and, or actually my
I
one
was
hand.
gone for like 6 seconds, and suddenly everyone but me is fighting. So
All right.
I'm not even
well,
sure what's going on.
Well, I think Ezra and Dal got this here room covered. It's nice helping them on out, but if there are other folks if the other gentlemen require my assistance, I'll be happy to oblige. And I will. I guess I'll move and follow Kineas. And
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll dash as well.
You're right there next to him. So what do you want to do now?
Okay, which way should I go, darling?
Towards the red tiefling.
Okay, so I will dash. I will move and dash over to the red tiefling. So, because I can dash as a bonus action, which I will do.
So yep, 30 will get you.
Looks like
A
it
little
right
bit.
over there.
You can get right to about here with a dash.
Oh, thanks very much. Okay, and that's going to be my turn.
All right. Who are we at now? Oh, another skeleton. Another skeleton. Another short bow attack. And another miss. Moving on. Okay. And turn. This skeleton is going to target with a sharp bow. Oh, what do we got? Disadvantage. I don't know why that is, but there you go. You attack with disadvantage because it thinks there's a nearby foe. That's funny. Okay. All right. Well, that worked because it missed you, but it did it for the wrong reason. But hey, I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care. End result's the same. All right. So moving to the next, this guy, I think he can still reach you, so he's going to do a short bow attack. It thinks there's an enemy nearby as well, so that's lovely. And so it's going to miss you. And moving to the next. There's a lot of, you guys should have wiped these guys out, man. This is killing me rolling all these rolls. All right. So, that would be a miss. So that's enough for me to move on. Moving on to the next. All right, this guy, he can attack Ezra with a short sword. Thinks he's 35 feet away. Good grief. Yeah. So let's see if I can fix that. All right. That's a miss. Anyway, but I fixed his altitude, I guess. All right, so next is the giant. Well, all right, so I guess he's going to. Moving on. Where is that guy? All right. Okay. Next. Dell. Short bow. Oh.
Wow.
Let's see if with disadvantage if he misses. Let's see. Oh, not a crit, but it's going to hit. That one's going to do 3 points of damage, so that's the one that you're going to take, 3 points. We're going to, death by 1,000 cuts, 1,000 arrows, something like that.
There you go.
I have a new ear piercing now from that one.
All right, so that's a miss. I swear. All right, I'm going to kill you just because you made me roll this many times. You haven't killed them all yet. All right, that's a miss. This guy, he is going to go. He's going to bust past these guys, past this guy, and over to here, and he's going to attack you. Targeted with a short sword. Oh, and he misses. Just bumbling through the whole bunch of bones he had to shuffle past to get to you was enough to cause a problem. Let's roll this again. That misses. The arrow actually gets caught up in the rib cage of the skeleton that just fumbled its way in front of you and then missed you. So that's where it is. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Now, show us how it's done.
I'm going to move. It's basically double movement if I'm going through an enemy, right?
As difficult terrain, exactly.
So that would be like 15.
5, 10, 15. Perfect. Yep, that's exactly
Okay.
right.
And then
How about crane whirlwind attack?
20.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this would, are you immune to opportunity attacks by any chance? I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't.
Right.
Nope.
So these guys are all going to make a short sword attack at you. So I don't know if I can make all of them roll a d20 at once, but if a d20 plus 2, they don't have advantage anymore.
No.
So normally flanking would give them something, but in this case, they're all going to miss. I just rolled all for one. Moving on. Go ahead.
And yeah, I'll go with the oh, I got a target. I'll go with the short slayer sword.
Oh, critical.
Nice.
A 30's gonna miss. All right, so you do 15 points of damage and just you literally just cut that guy, and it just goes, and it just leaves this glowing mark through all of the bones, and all of a sudden the whole thing just like drops to the ground in a pile of bones. Clearly,
turn-
magic is at work.
I turn to the right. And go for the next one.
Also a good hit, just not as much damage.
And for my bonus action, I'll give him a smackaroo right in the forehead.
Okay. This knocks the skull right off of the neck, and it knocks it into the guy behind him, and the rest of the skeleton just kind of falls over. Decapitation, sort of.
And I will
With an
look
open
up at
palm.
Ezra and say, "Come on down, the water's great."
All right. Yep, he's just going to do a bow attack from across the area. Short bow. Miss. End turn.
This is frustrating.
All right, Zith.
Zith
What
walks
you got?
towards Farah Eli
Yeah.
and asks her, "What are you doing out here?"
Was it like a stroll, a saunter, a meander?
No, it was like a directed, like walk up towards her, a little bit fearless, like stupidly.
Like that new Terminator model that just goes, whoop, whoop. You know that guy who walks, the guy who's a cop all the time? He has a weird walk. So that's what you do. You go whoop, right toward her, just like with purpose. All right.
Yes. What are you doing out here in this ship? And as she's maybe answering, I don't know if she is, like, Zith calmly takes out rope and just starts binding her hands to her waist,
She'll
waiting for her to answer.
Failing miserably, obviously. Obviously.
Is there anything we can do to help? Just as he's finishing his knot, just like tightening it, asking her, "Is there anything else?"
What more? What more do you want? You've ruined my life.
And with that, Zith clenches his hand, and as a bonus action, grasping hand. What?
Juicing her. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know what that sound was. That was weird. I'm gonna do, yeah, just like as she's answering, bam, like a little tighter. And
Mhm.
I think that you'll probably say I've used my action and bonus action. I'd like to do more, but all good if I'm tapped.
I think that's fair. You moved
And-
up to her though, so I'm going to move you up. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna move back out, so
Oh, and then you leave.
I did my thing, and I'm gonna go right out of her view, so that doesn't happen again. If I had more time, I would have gagged her, but just in case she has something up her sleeve, I am gonna like. Just
How far do you want to
right,
move then?
Just out of view. I don't need to be in view
There's
for
a wall
big
there.
sand to work. Oh,
So
in there.
yeah, she can still see you.
That's fine. I'll take my chances then. I'll stand right
Okay.
outside the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, doing it half cover.
You're like up against the wall.
Yeah,
Got a little cover from the wall. All right. Fair enough.
and we'll see if this
You bound her hands,
Works.
huh? And you think so.
hands.
In order for the hands to be bound, she is going to fight you on that. So, so I think it would be good for you to make an unarmed combat roll, and then she can like counter that with like you're gonna have to hit her first, and then if you hit her, then we need to do probably a strength check against each other because she'll
What is
struggle with
this?
you.
Pick a target. Pick a target.
Yeah, let's move you up next to her first because it's not going to let you do that from that far away. Okay, so you attack her basically, and she turns around and just no, that was the wrong thing to do. You roll an 18, that's enough to do it. So now we need to do a strength on strength check. So let's do an
Oh, I don't
ability
like
check.
that.
An ability check?
Can I do a dex on strength? I don't like her rolls at all.
No.
Oh, it rolled my. Oh, that was me. 20.
Oh, sorry. No, it should have been me. You were clicked because I was looking at.
Oh,
Sorry.
roll.
So
again.
she rolled. She rolled
again.
a 20.
Roll
You want me to roll?
again. You make us
okay.
roll up.
Like
roll again.
The die fell off the table, so we have to roll again. Okay, that's fine.
That's not much better.
No, it's actually the same number.
The ball don't lie, as they say. Okay.
All right. Well, now you roll, purple guy. Let's do it.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
All right. So, with this in mind, before you walk away and finish your turn walking around the door, you have not bound her hands. She has wrestled with you and sloughed off your attempt to bind her.
But that's my whole action, right? I can't go in and do more.
Yeah. So now this may change your attitude about how far you go.
Yeah.
or anything else. In what attitude you leave instead of you just walking boldly out just to make sure. You may want to shuffle a little quicker.
Well, no. So what I'm going to do is, as a bonus action, right? I clenched my fist and squeezed her.
Yeah.
But I also get to move her 60 feet. So I'm going to move her right to this corner right here. I don't think you'll let me do that, or it'll let me do that. I'm going to move her right there, and I am going to go right there. Okay. Should put me out of view.
Yep, you are out of view.
And that I'm
all right,
beating myself up about how weak I am. I need to do push-ups when we get back to the town. Can't believe she beat me like that, and just whimper away, satisfied I've maybe took her out of the fight for a second.
Okay, that short sword attack's looking like it's gonna hit ya, and it's gonna do 3 points of damage, Ezra. So again, death by 1,000 scimitars or short swords. All right. 10, 20, 25. Oh, I should have used short bow, but I didn't. All right. So the skeleton rolls a 19. That's going to hit you again, Ezra. This time for what, 6 points? Okay. And then this guy's going to go 10, 15, 20. And he's going after Dell with a short sword. Oh, that was almost a 19. Dang it. All right. Oh, bad miss. And wait. What happened? Did I move the wrong guy? Of course.
That's weird. I
Or-
swear you moved that guy.
There's some delays. All right, that was a delay. All right, so that guy missed. And now let's see where it goes. Now this guy gets to go. So that's 10, 15, 20. That's 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. So he is also going to attack you with a short sword. They do seem to do better with that short sword. And that misses. So moving on. We got to get some flanking going. That's what we're going to do. All right. This skeleton. That's 10, 20, 25. He moves up and he is going to attack you and he's going to get advantage because you've got a guy behind you you're defending against and then him. So a 12 is not good enough, but let's see if we can do better. Nope, another 12. Dang it. Gosh, I finally get advantage and what difference does it make? All right. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? It came up and it popped up the... I don't know what happened, but something popped up. All right, anyway, didn't work. This guy, what's he going to do? 10, 15, 25. Oh, he can move over here. Oh, yeah. All right, that's a full 30 feet. So he is also going to get advantage from flanking. Well, that's a 1. That's no good. Let's try it again. Lost connection to the server. What happened?
Oh, the spell went wrong.
All right. And then a 2. A 1 and a 2. What is happening? It's that freaking counterspell. Ever since that, things are not
It's
Right.
cursed the bits on your drive.
That's right. It's just caused
Happy
all
to be
kinds
of
of problems.
service.
All kinds of problems, and I blame Jay. All right. So, all right. So this guy, he can move. He doesn't get flanking, so maybe he might hit since he's not actually going to attack with advantage. So let's see what happens. Oh, it was almost there. Man, that was close. All right. It's almost a 20. It was very close. It was a false sense of hope for a second. All right, Caneas, you're up, sir.
Okay, so have I thought? Can I conclude rationally that probably they're fighting Bear Lion here?
I don't know. I don't think so. They're certainly fighting
I know-
something.
Yeah, and there's plenty of folders on the ship, I'm sure. Yeah, so 30 feet of movement. I'll go. So what are we fighting here? Cultist, skeleton, Death Knight, what?
The ship's cook. Oz is
Oz is
trying to burn the
Zamora?
bacon.
Do what now? What am I doing?
I can't answer asking you guys what we're fighting. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chance wants to know what we're fighting.
Feralized storm sworn.
Suddenly Canadian's face goes stern. Paralyzed there. Smirk comes on his face. Well, why
Does,
didn't you
did-
say
Did I tell Zamara this as well?
you're donor now?
No, but I mean when she came up behind me.
25.
I'm looking at the order here.
Hey, Jim, can you give me past this wall?
There's no wall there. What are you talking about?
Well,
God,
I
there's
can't
so
get
many
through it.
skeletons.
Okay, weird. So I'm gonna. Know why it's being weird. I go to Ziz. She's in there, Ziz.
So Zamara would have known before you two, because she would have filled you in as well.
Zith,
Sorry,
because I
Zith,
kept on that last
sh-
25
yeah,
seconds.
Zith would say like she sure is Kineas and she's all yours.
Oh, so okay, he moved past me. Oh, why did you do that?
Because Fairlight Stormsworn's in here.
We don't know
And I have a
downstairs,
melee.
right?
That's a Horde
No.
skeleton. That's a cleric problem.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm gonna fireball that room anyway.
I'll keep fighting them.
I'll take that last.
Ozus? Zith looks at you like
I am-
Ozus?
No, I was gonna do something different. I discovered I have something that gives me almost 100 hit points of damage if I can do it right.
I go to Fairlight Stormsword. So, it's nice that we finally get to see each other, I say. Slamming the halberd into the ground.
Sith just started to
Zith,
strangle
like-
her. I don't think she
Zith like throws the rope in, like without going into the room. He like just his arm. You see the rope flies at Kineas from the back. Like, can you wrap her up?
It's just like the polite version of this Boston Strangler.
Ignoring Zith
I'm
and
right to strangle you, but let's talk.
and just dropping the halberd onto the ground. Dance will
What?
take his two swords.
Oh God. Oh,
It's nice to see you again, I
I'm
say.
ready to wipe her out. Oh.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a pretty boy.
And I will use my
Zith
DM
pops his
inspiration
head in, like,
to-
don't hit the hand.
Well, I have a melee fighter, so I can do that.
Oh,
The hand's like burnt. It's like a little charred force shield.
Okay,
I'm going to.
so you're going to try to bind her with the rope? Oh, you're going to
I'm
attack her.
attacking
Okay.
In my world now. Yeah, the melee fighter is in the house. And I just think, why is my attack not coming up?
I don't know.
Jim, am I still targeting the giant?
No.
That's weird.
There it goes. Or did you roll that manually?
No, I haven't rolled anything. I don't see anything.
I saw a 10 show up.
One thing, I'm gonna roll manually for a second, see what happens. Do you guys see dice? I don't.
See a 19. Yep.
Okay. So, Jim, I'm gonna need you to be my eyes here, because I can't. It's not showing me dice.
Okay, you rolled a 19.
Okay. That is 1d8 radiant damage and 1d8 slashing damage. What I roll?
The D8 came across as an 8, and then a D8 extra for 6 more points. So it's 14 total.
Okay. Giant smite coming through.
15 total.
Okay. Second attack. I'm going to use. Oh, sorry. Ignore that. That was long sword. Let's use my long sword. Okay. What I roll?
16.
Okay, and with all my modifiers, that hits. See, so that's a D8, D12. Okay, and then for that one,
3. So your D12 rolled a 3, and then your D8 rolled a 3.
Okay, so I rolled an 8, 11, 14, and what was the first D8 or the first manual rolled D8?
What's from your first attack?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just going to look at what you did here. So you did a D12 for 3 points. You did a D8 for 3 points. What else? I've already taken off your hit points from the first attack.
And
All right, so
another
that's 6
D12.
points. Okay.
Your first radiant was an 8.
Yes. And
Okay. Another 6 points of damage.
okay.
Okay.
Total.
Yep. I don't know, but you've hit her. I took off all the hit points individually. I don't do math.
And I rolled that. And I rolled a D8, right?
You roll what?
I rolled another D12 D8, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then how's she looking?
She's had better days. She's drunk. Her face makeup is staining down her face, so she looks even more like a retributive war priest. But yeah, she's definitely, you know, in a bad way. So
I will end my turn.
she grits her teeth and growls at you, and then suddenly the dreadnought, which is a very heavy ship, let me impress upon you, the bone and the metal that actually make up this ship is not a wooden ship, right? This is made up of bone and metal. The ship rocks heavily. Ozus,
Yes.
Zamara, Kineas, Ezra, Dell. Who else? Is that everybody? Who did I miss? That's everybody.
Ziff.
Make a I think I said Ziff. Make a dexterity saving throw. All of you.
Okay, I am reloading my page. That's gonna take a second.
Okay, I'll roll it for you.
Pardon me, I'm like,
It's just a
Okay.
die roll. So we'll do a Kineas, your dex saving throw.
yes. The thing is a
Oh, I should have done an epic roll. Oh, should I redo it and make it an epic roll?
Epic roll.
All right, we're going to do an
It's
epic
Sure.
roll. All right,
I was
I was
Del,
just wondering if you
Ezra,
have a
Ozus,
drinking problem.
Tamara, Ziff.
Do you do this at advantage?
That's really fun.
Perhaps.
That's really
I
funny.
think you
Perhaps.
would. There is a drunken. What's the drunken skill? There is a drunken skill.
Drunken Master.
This would
It's
be
a monk skill.
Yeah.
DC 6.
It was. I actually thought about doing it. I would have been invulnerable to attack if I had.
Saving throw. Dexterity.
Oh, I made the save.
But it
Now we
didn't
have
fit
Here we
the
go.
character.
You ready? Start.
It's more crunchy.
Epic roll.
Yes.
Yeah, I made it already, but damn it. Okay, fine.
I got 15
Just straight,
again?
right?
Oh no.
No, this is doing a dex saving throw, so it will add your modifiers.
Cool. Let's
Come on,
do
Ziff.
it.
My
Click
first
the dice
roll was
button,
much
Zamara. Come on, Ziff.
Oh,
Click
cool.
the dice
Oh.
button.
Wow.
I keep
at
clicking
that.
it. It's not working. Why it's not working?
in my holy theory, I made it.
It is not working. I can't click it either. Your zip
Yeah.
is broke.
Maybe because I already
Yeah.
made a deck save, no?
No, because I did a dex save. But I got
Oh.
15 again, twice in a row.
Yeah, so did I.
Weird.
It knows. Ball
Well,
don't lie.
How do we get past the epic roll? We're stuck. We're
It's
stuck in an epic roll.
Oh, typical Windows, it gets stuck in something, you've got to
How
turn
are we
everything
stuck?
off. And rename
I'm
the
trying
world.
everything. I'm trying with disadvantage, advantage.
Like
It's just
right
not working.
clicking, left clicking. So I wonder if it's like the wrong Zith because it had
Button
two of you on
mashing.
there. Oh wait, reload application. Oh dear.
I told you.
Night night.
I don't know. I'm going to try refreshing, see what happens. All right. So what's interesting is the whole ship shakes, and it looks like everyone except Ezra. I think that was the only one that was below the threshold. So Ezra,
Great.
you go whoa, whoa, and you like trying to steady yourself on the stairs as the whole ship just suddenly rocks out of nowhere, and you end up falling off the stairs and doing like crowd surfing on skeletons.
Ooh.
So they're like, "Whoa!" They're kind of holding you. Actually, get quite a distance before they realize that you're crowd surfing, and they drop you on the ground.
You're in the pit.
So I'm going to give you a D6 of damage. Why don't you roll that yourself? Because my I'm still reloading.
I'm still in the.
I'm
Yeah, we're
still
still
stuck
in
too.
the
So
in the thing. The
Oh, in
roll.
the epic roll.
I tried
Yeah.
to refresh.
Gotcha. I'm going to see if reloading fixes that at all. I don't know. You may have to.
Should
All
we
right.
all
Well, here's what
reload?
happens anyway. So we're going to do a D6 damage for you, Ezra. Not a deal breaker one way or the other. Not risk of going unconscious or anything.
Yep.
Or bleeding to
Yep.
death. Hold on just a second. The important tag from this message.
I really
anyway.
do think that the lyric says get in the pit and love someone, not kill everyone.
So the ship suddenly shakes, and you take the spill. Everyone else is hanging on to something, or manages to keep their, with a few unsteady steps, keeps their feet.
Oh.
And then there is such a loud crashing and rending of metal sound. I'm not sure how to describe what that might sound like, but imagine the snapping of bones and the bending of metal. And the whole side of the back of the ship is suddenly not there. Kineas, you realize that the back of the ship is missing now from where you're standing. Zith, you're shaking around so you can see around the corner of the door, and you manage to see something move with mighty and fierce power across the back of the ship and completely remove the back of the ship. Both of you can now look into the fog, which doesn't seem to hinder your sight of this large, amazing sight that literally causes your mouth to open uncontrollably in awe. What stands before you, and you understand you're in fairly deep water.
Yeah.
And what stands before you is a huge, bearded, human-looking man. He has a helmet. He has this, like I said, large beard and armor. On the breastplate of his armor, or at least whatever, like chain or whatever he's wearing, the ornamental part of the center of his chest, like where Superman's logo would go, there is a circle with what looks like a trident. And as you kind of get a chance to focus a little bit, you realize it is 3 lightning bolts converging on a single point.
That's not good.
Your
It's a
eyes
Stevie.
are carried up a little bit higher, and you see. But by the way, those of you on the oar deck, the rowing deck, you see the back of the ceiling and kind of half the back wall of the stern get torn away, and what you can make out is just kind of like the belly, or the abdomen of this huge armored thing. You can't even make out what the rest of it is. Those of you who are right there with Fairlie, you look up toward the eye, kind of like hesitantly because of the awesomeness of what you behold, and you realize that what you're looking into is a man's face that has the left eye missing, and instead of the eye, there is instead of an eyeball, it's like a constellation or an entire galaxy inside his eye socket. And he looks very displeased. He looks extremely angry. He is growling, and just his whole face is a angering gnashing of his teeth. And he says in a deep, booming voice that all of you can hear, and all of you feel to the bone this powerful voice. He just goes, "Faralai, you have failed me the last time." What do you do?
Run. Oh, actually, first question. Do I
Where?
recognize what this guy?
Well, I can't get out of
I-
epic roll here, so and I
Yeah,
refreshed.
so we'll be theater of the mind right now. So, because my reload is not working very well. So
I could try to call it Kozith. I always have one shot. It might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, divine intervention if you got the feature.
Yeah. You know, why
Right
not?
on.
And
so I can be. Do I for my studies and I think I know who this is, but just to make sure, do I recognize him? Like from that one,
you're
specifically the voice, that one encounter I had in the
Yeah.
lighthouse.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It is the same person at the lighthouse that you saw.
Todd,
Like,
you
you
could pull up your
you
deity
feel like
too.
that this is bigger, that this guy's bigger, and maybe even more substantial than what
Yeah.
you saw. It was like an was it an angel or something that was fighting him? Yeah.
You-
No.
How far am I
lighthouse,
from
I mean,
Ezra?
Yeah, in the lighthouse, he insulted Denier, and he tried to
Right.
recruit me to his side.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yes,
Yeah. This
I'm
is
looking at
this
this.
is even larger.
Yeah, so I've gone completely ghost white. I'm gonna look towards Zith and say, I'm not even saying anything. Just run. I will literally start running and grab Zith by the arm. I don't care if I hurt him or not. We need to leave now. I don't care if he understands. I don't care if he gets hurt. If I hurt him while running, we are leaving.
Are we on the top of the deck? Like I thought we were in like a cabin.
You are in the cabin. That
We are.
back part of the ship has been ripped off.
We
Oh,
see
it's
this.
been got it. So he's on the
Yeah.
he's
So
in the
we're
back
in the
of us.
back
So
of the ship.
Yeah.
so
I thought we were in the front.
and Fairlight's still there in the hand, right?
Yes.
Can I act, or are we not in? I mean, we aren't in initiative, but can I suggest an action for me?
Well, since we're locked up, I'm gonna roll in session chat. Do you want me to roll a 1D100 and see what we get? To call up my deity?
Is it? I
Yeah,
mean,
roll it.
like, Kineas, where would we run to? Like, there's nowhere. There's nowhere to
Yeah.
run.
Now, we need to get as far away from him as possible. That is Talos.
Zith would take the hand, and Jim, I mean, it's your call whether it's cool to do this or not. He would take the hand and sort of just guide it from in back of him through the door to Talos and say, "Here, take her." I don't know how
It's
far
not stopping
distance,
from
and then I'll follow
you
Kineas.
can,
79.
no, you have no choice. I have literally grabbed and dragging you. I'm using my full strength to grip on your arm so you cannot resist me.
I send the hand out
You
still.
are leaving. You are leaving this room with me dead or alive, and I prefer alive.
You say that to Fairlie?
No, he's just explaining what he's doing to me. I send Fairlie out the door in the grasped hand as far as you'll let me take her towards Talos.
Yeah.
And I just yell, take her. And then I go with
Talos
Knas.
reaches a hand out, and as it begins to envelop her, making your Bigby's hand look like a tiny infant compared to his.
Yep.
He doesn't even close his fingers, and she just screams as she kind of implodes. Your Bigby's hand, you feel the strain on your own mental connection to the Bigby's hand. You feel the strain there as everything just crumples. It just into a fine point, and then just vanishes. So her scream just gets cut out as everything implodes, and there's nothing left. And then he looks down at you, and he says, "You have interfered with me for the last time." And he just reaches down and he picks the ship up, the whole ship. And you guys are all holding on to something, trying not to fall, and he just launches you into the air.
This is gonna hurt.
You all
I will reach out.
go ahead. What do you think you're going to do?
I just say I'm just gonna mentally reach out to Anae and say, "It's been nice knowing you." Because we're about to
Hey.
die.
Well,
No.
that's why
I think
that's why I put Death Ward on.
Oh, we'll be all right, boys.
I cast Death Ward. Yeah, I got like 6 hours left.
Nice.
And God just threw us through the ship we're on like we were naughty children, and like he was a toddler throwing a tantrum, and we're the toys.
And with that, gentlemen, you have some intermittent memory of hurtling through the sky. You also hear a guttural sub-bass kind of a yell, and Zith, you know this immediately to be Emberlost. And then suddenly, it seems like forever, like you just have these little glimpses of memory of the ship tumbling a little bit. You're hanging on, you're falling off, you're getting hit against the wall, you're hitting the ground. These skeletons shatter against the walls. You're tumbling. Those of you who are outside, you're trying to grab onto something. You fail to keep hold as you're beginning to black out. But then you feel like you're hitting a hard surface again, realizing it's the deck come full circle back around behind where you were falling. And you land on the deck and roll and buckle up against like the main mast as the top part of the main mast just tears apart. You're leaving you wrapped around the stump that remains. Then a crash. And the ship is obliterated, decimated. You feel surrounded in water, gurgling. You make out where the sun is somewhere, and then it's gone, and you black out. When you wake up, you are on the dark sands of eternity. Each of you alone, each of you looking into a vast expanse where there is no sun, there are no stars, but there is some kind of faint ambient light, enough for you to see the horizon extend into forever in all directions. The warm black sand underneath your bare feet. And then you're ripped back out of that. Ozus, you have a little bit of a different memory. You didn't.
Okay.
You didn't lose consciousness. You started to. You hit hard, really hard, and
Ooh.
then you went, and you find yourself among the wreckage of this huge ship that is hit an island of some sort. You're on a beach. It's not dark, but you see your companions, and so you have basically 30 seconds to gather them up and begin to heal them. You begin with Ezra, and you quickly lay your hand on him and cast a healing spell. He revives. You then quickly move to two others and revive them, while Ezra jumps up and tries to revive one while handing one of the others that's up a potion to give to the third. And so you have all managed to be yanked back from the precipice of death, and you are on a strange island.
Ooh.
There are- Go ahead.
Is other than Ezra and I, is everyone else conscious, or they're not conscious yet?
Everyone's up. So over
Okay.
the 30 seconds that you have to act, you revive 3, and Ezra, the first to revive, is able to revive another, and then one of the other ones you revive can get another one go. So all 6 of you are back without anyone having actually died permanently.
No, we're like in a plane.
There's enough time for everyone to have failed even 2 death saves before they're all revived. So even if you make your death saves, or fail all of them, you all get revived in time.
No.
But now you're on the coastline of this very strange land. There are cliffs that go right to the beach, and then you're on the beach to the water. There's wreckage everywhere of this ship, and some is still washing ashore. There's nothing left of Emberlost, so to speak.
Does I mean,
Oh,
first
I
of
have so
all,
many questions.
awesome description, super cool. Second of all, does the foliage and the just the terrain, does it look like it would belong at home? Does it look like an island that could be near the Sword Coast, or does it look foreign, like with different sort of plants and rock formations?
Not a tiny island, but it is not anything like the Sword Coast. You have been flung quite a distance.
And you're saying the ship is all disarrayed and destroyed, and so all these skeletons floating everywhere.
There's bones, not even skeletons. It's just
Just bones.
stray bones. Half
Is
a
this
skull here and broken bones there, and
so the Jeepers Creepers guy would be really happy.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Zith would sort of share his vision and see if anybody else had something similar. Like, oh my god, I blacked out after he threw us. We were on this infinite black sand, blah blah blah, and sort of compare notes.
Yeah, I'm pretty much will agree with that. Although you can see he's kind of like looking around, specifically like you can see that some runes have formed in his eyes. He's obviously doing his whole Eldritch Sight thing. Like, trying to just taking a magical view of what everything looks like.
Where are we?
Yeah. We're not in Neverwinter anymore, that's for sure.
Clearly.
Well, scrying.
It's a gym.
Yeah.
With my Eldritch Sight activated, what do I see anything magical or arcane?
Not anywhere within the range of your vision.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, well, everything around here looks pretty mundane. Is it day or night currently?
Daytime. It's the time it was before you entered the fog bank. Seems that way.
Are we healed of all the damage we took during the fight?
No.
Okay, so we feel the
You have 1 hit point, right? And the others have whatever an amount of healing was that, like, healing word, that would have been probably what Ezra would have done, right? To do a mass
Yeah.
healing word.
Yeah, I
Just
have
to
that
raise,
too.
to give everyone positive again. So you have basically that going on, right? So probably 10 hit points or less for everybody.
Maybe we
Well,
should
guys,
maybe
Well,
we
I don't
should
have any
do a bit of
spells
rest.
or anything that I could have or features to say this is where we are, where this is where we're at. But we're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
I don't know where this Kansas is, but Oz, can't you get us back to Leylon to your temple?
No, I just looked up scrying. We'd have to do that. If I'm not mistaken, we have to do that beforehand, correct?
I thought you like set up a your temple was you had an ability to teleport back to your temple whenever.
Well, we did. I'm kind of new to that spell, so does do we set that up once, or is it each time?
I don't know.
Is it
Which
scrying? No,
spell?
or am I thinking of Hala? Wait, which one is it?
Like the teleportation circle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
version.
that, but I don't know if it's prepared right now. I'm trying to reload to get to my character sheet.
That's
I don't think
hollow.
Oz's has that.
No,
Oz's
I
has
did.
teleportation
No,
circle.
I did have it, but I didn't.
Or
I
maybe you
didn't.
have gate.
No,
The
I'd have to
gate.
look it up. I do have a spell, but I don't. I didn't prepare it, so it's pointless.
Oh.
I had it before. We weren't really using it, and of course, it's kind of like when I go shopping into town. I want onions. There's no onions. I want carrots. There's no carrots. I want bacon. There's no bacon. When I
Well,
don't want it, it's right in front of me.
has a big reload. So I would sort of see how everyone, obviously we're in tough shape. Does this place look familiar to any of you?
I have no idea where we are. A literal
Look
god
around.
through our ship.
Well, there's
God
nothing
through.
here. Yeah, there's nothing here that I would.
And Kineas,
Mark?
Kineas, what were you doing with your eyes? Like, why did they look like that?
Oh, you haven't seen me do that before?
I don't know if I would have
recently,
noticed.
Andrew gave me a new ability like a few weeks back to see pretty much see anything magical within my view.
Okay.
So you know how I have like this special dark vision?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that, but instead of light, I see magic. And mechanically, you would understand this to be I can cast detect magic at will.
Zip is processing. Look, we're all beat up. Do you want to take a look around first, or you want to try and rest up and get our bearings?
Let's see. I say we take a short rest, but and get ready for. Make sure nothing's gonna try killing us tonight. While we actually go to bed.
I'll look around. Is
Yeah, I
everybody
think we should look
good with that?
around and make sure it's safe here before
Yeah.
we try and set up
Did they?
camp.
I think we should take a short rest first just to regain our hit points.
Yeah, that's smart.
I think so
Okay.
too.
I can't take a short rest. I mean, I don't know if anyone can, so we'll, I guess, theater of the mind this. It's downloading. It's trying to download stuff, but it's stuck in hell.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just
So, Jim,
big time.
It was word of recall is what it was.
Can that move you like that?
Well, first, I don't have the spell, and second, we have to set it up beforehand.
Meaning
I thought
what?
we did that already.
Yeah, it doesn't say it. Just
Just don't forget, like after we sleep, we can all, prepare different spells.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not short rest, but
Let me load it up and see what it says.
So Jim, what Zith would do is if everybody's in agreement, we get some rest. He'd sort of start at it. He'd take some chill time, take out a book, spell book, start to flip through it. Bone up on his spells. I do get one spell slot back, or I don't know. It's like half my wisdom level in spells. I think I could take a Bisbee's hand back, but I'd have to look. Again, I'm not loading up. But as we're coming out of short rest, if nothing happens, Zith would turn to Kineas and sort of cast the fly spell on him and tell him use that vision to go, case our environs.
Will do. And I'm assuming Aeneas is dead, correct?
Oh shit!
She's not around.
Yeah. Okay, so I just regained 40 hit points, and I just put my current hit point total at 3, so I think that seems about right. So yeah, 43 hit points. Not great, but could be worse.
So I'm looking at the word of recall, and that once I set it up once in one spot, that's a spot we always go back to. Is that the way you're reading it, Jim?
You set it up like in your temple. Needs to be done like in
We
a
did
temple.
that before, but how long
Mhm.
does it stay that way? What's the duration of that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to answer it. Damn it, Janet.
I think it's until you use it. No.
Word of recall.
I thought we used it once.
Yeah, we never
wow.
we never used it when we did set it up.
No, you just designate your sanctuary. You and any creatures that teleport with you appear in the nearest unoccupied space to the spot you designated when you prepared your sanctuary.
So that's when we did the temple before the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this would pretty much take us straight back to Leylon.
Okay, so let's do a little exploring, and if things get really hot and heavy here, we can split. Am I correct? Or is that disabled here? Or we wouldn't know. Is it like the fly? Well, we'll go through and if something else goes through.
Well, you'd have to wait until tomorrow AM, and unless we'd have to spend the night here unless you had it prepared, you'd have to do a long rest.
We all jump in. It goes back to the city of mist that you
broke me. Is it like the fly?
Anyway, speaking of flying,
I don't know what's
so
that
using the
tonight.
flight spell Zithcast on me, I'll start flying around, seeing like, are there any large animals in the area? Any monsters? Anything not normal for being on a weird island?
Curious, not normal. Oh, you mean like for what you might think an island should be? Is there anything that would make you think that this island is not just an island?
Yeah, it's not like I'm
Does
expecting
Dell recognize any
Is it
plant life?
enchanted? Does it feel
Like-
enchanted? I think that's the real question we're asking.
Are you on the
Does it-
back of a giant dragon turtle or something like that? Is that kind of what you're
Yeah.
asking?
Well, that we couldn't tell unless it was moving.
not even that really. I think Canada is mainly for like I'm expecting to see like normal animals, like trees, shrubs, maybe a bear, some wolf, or small animals scurrying around, normal stuff. Or you're out in some unknown island. I'm keeping an eye out for like, do I see monstrosities, like magical creatures,
Mm-hmm.
any weird temples that are obviously going to be evil and try killing us.
Right. Why don't you guys all load up the D&D Beyond character sheet? That way you can at
Already
least make
got it?
rolls and stuff.
sir.
Okay.
On Avray or
Yeah, you could use the Discord if you know your Avray commands. That's fine. Otherwise, just open up the D&D Beyond character sheet, and you can still reference things on your sheet and make rolls. And we'll just borrow that for right now.
well, I'm
Very
still
well.
stuck in Epic Roll. I mean, Epic.
You know,
Yeah, I think just
I-
close that window. I can't reload it either. I think it's
Yeah.
broke.
Just open a
I
new window
reloaded.
and open D&D Beyond.
No, I reloaded and
out
it brought
fine.
me right back to the roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't mind using Avray.
Somehow I got through. So Jim, I just cast fly on. Yeah, I cast fly on Kines. Yep.
You cast fly
So I'm
on
thinking is
Kines.
mhm.
3
I'm thinking
times
this all
by
from an area
accident.
point of view.
Yep.
So should I roll perception or investigation? What should I roll?
What is it you're trying to learn?
Are we alone in the island? Are there any ruins or settlements nearby, or are there any monstrosities or any other like large animals?
It's a pretty big island. As you go up in the air, I'm assuming you're flying up and up and up to get kind of the lay of the land, so to speak. You do see
Yeah,
the
I'm not-
ocean in the distance, but this island is large enough to have some significant terrain on it, like mountains, hills, some valleys, things like that. So it is not really a tropical island. It does have a variety of kinds of trees. So wherever you're at, there is a climate that changes throughout the year. So
this doesn't look ethereal, or it doesn't look like it's a different plane. It feels
you don't
physical.
have the sense that you're on a different plane. It seems like you're
Okay.
still in Faerun somewhere.
Okay. Well, if we find a pig, let's cook up some bacon.
And I guess my only other question about the is the temperature more or less the same as what we're used to near Neverwinter?
Yeah, it's temperate. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we feel mentally different?
You feel what different?
Mentally different.
Aside from you having just been through some significant trauma,
Yeah.
no, not really.
Okay. Can I heal myself?
So, yeah.
Sure.
We pull myself up from 1 to. I'll wait till it re-rolls. Comes up.
So
Come on.
I'm not seeing any obvious dangers in our nearby vicinity.
No dinosaurs or large giant anythings stomping through the forest. It just
But
seems
there's
like
wildlife
you're
we can
in,
hunt and kill for food, right?
Maybe. Like, I mean, it's nothing. There's not like you do pick up that there's some birds that fly.
Okay.
You got that. So it seems fairly normal. However, all that you're making out is stuff that's more close to you. Everything else is still really far away. You don't have telescopic vision or anything.
Nope, I do have a telescope.
I've got red shirts.
You got me there.
Never mind.
Yes, I'm up in the air taking out my telescope,
Star
looking at
Trek.
the island, looking for anything weird or
It's not
man-made.
loading up.
And so I don't see anything like that nearby.
No, nothing sticks out initially like that at all.
Okay.
Well, do we want to follow the beach or do we want to set up camp?
Yeah, it's like I'll come back to the others and tell them I didn't see anything weird. So, do we just want to set up a tiny hut and call it a night? Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could walk along the beach. I mean, if does it look like it's weather you could sleep out underneath the stars and not worried about it raining?
You like long walks on the beach?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand. Zith would put his tiny hand in your hand.
Well, we're all adults here. You know, sometimes I get that itch.
If we're gonna set up camp, I'm gonna cast wholeness of body on myself. It gives me 33 hit points, and I'm gonna set up a perimeter and just kind of patrol the
Okay.
area and make sure there's no like tracks of dangerous predators or anything.
I have to reload Forge all the way up. It won't
Yep.
let me back in.
It's not working for me either.
Yeah.
I may have
It's
to
so
like
weird.
turn off
Mine
the server and turn it back on again or something.
Mine
It let
reloaded
me
fine.
back in,
So it's so
actually.
weird.
Yeah.
You what? It worked
I
for
tried
you?
one more time and let me
Yeah.
back in. Yeah.
Same. I'm up and running. I'm casting spells. It's all happening.
Well, okay, so anyway, to get back to the story, either we can walk along the beach or set up camp. I'm game for both.
I
I'm
say
easy.
we set up it. If Zith has the spell over here, I say we tiny hut it.
Say what?
So
Sure,
Zith
yeah.
has this spell where he makes a tent and we all get into it. It's kind of claustrophobic. It's definitely a Doctor Who thing, but
There's no cooking, so Oz hates it.
yeah, I mean, I like to cook. I want to burn
Probably
something.
climb a tree and sleep in that.
I like it.
Okay.
It shakes
Well-
you out of it and says, "Knock that off." No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna start collecting wood and I'll build a fire. And if I see any little, I wouldn't say furry animals, I'm willing to. Anytime I cook, everything looks the same, so you guys really
When I
can't
do
tell
a
what it is.
patrol, if I see anything, I'll bring it back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like there are birds, so there is some food here. Jim,
Well, I can
did
always
the
go
birds
fishing.
look like birds that would give
Small
to
birds,
the Sword
flying.
Coast? Like just normal small birds, yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
hard to
You know
tell.
what I could take fireball part of the water and we could have paella for dinner.
Or I
Okay.
could just.
So do I have
wanna
you?
go in there.
Do I have you essentially taking a long rest now? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to open up. I might
Okay.
have to do it in
We're
the
like
game.
I mean, it sounds like we are gonna pretty much just hang for a minute, like maybe hunt do some fishing and
Yeah, Foundry's
set up
down.
camp. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do Abre.
So
We said
some
we're
of
doing
you
long rest.
probably have rations, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have rations. Maybe
Yeah, you
just
could
have
do
rations.
long rest in Abre, and that's what I'm doing in the in-session chat.
Oh, I was able to log back in.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, it's not working for me. But it was the same kind of problem I was having the first time around. So trying. Okay, so essentially you're going to take an 8-hour break. You're going to use Lehman's tiny hut or some tree up at the top of a cliff somewhere, and there's none on the beach. So there's just rocks and sand down here. So
Zith not needing the same sleep that everyone else does. I would sort of stay up while they went to bed. I mean, I would have to go to bed at some point, but
Yeah, like the same with
I
me.
would take a wash.
We both each
That's
need
trans-
4
you
hours. Like I
can-
was gonna climb a tree and kind of watch over camp for half the time.
Yeah, and then
you
I'll
can
take the other
split
half.
that. Yeah, so you can
Yep.
split that. And so you don't need watches except for you two. And you could stay inside the hut for that anyway. Just be a little, read a book or something.
I'm building a
meditate
fire
on-
looking for food.
Meditate on all the things Talos could have done to you,
Oh my god.
aside from just hurling you across the planet. Okay, so 8 hours, 9 hours, somewhere in there is up. You probably have some rations. I don't know what you carry, but you probably have something that you can fall back on to snack on. Otherwise, you can roll survival skills if you want. Mine finally loaded back up. You can roll your survival skill if you want to try to get some fish or something, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do that. I can literally just take one of my bolts and go into the underwater and breathe fine.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll be just responsible for getting the fire together and getting everything ready to cook. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going in and out of the forest, and
Okay, so
I
this is
will,
in the morning or before we go to bed.
I don't know what time it is. I'm just going to do it.
Okay, so after
Before
we'll
we
just
go
say
to bed.
after your rest, you're going to go do your
Okay,
poking
so I'm gonna
around
switch some
and
spells out. Yeah.
yeah. So for your long rest, if you're going to change your spells, you need to do that.
Well, I can't get in, but I did some Avray stuff, so
Okay.
I don't know how to load spells in Avray.
You could can't you open up a browser and go to D&D Beyond? I'll
Yeah,
drop
I
a
could-
link to your character. Hold on. View.
And for some reason,
Copy
it's only
link.
it's not. You know what?
I'll drop it in Discord for you. Discord. I'll just put it in the out of character meta chat. This goes to your character, Ozus. Oh, I did it as the GMPC. That's fine though. Okay, there you go. Underneath the ribs.
Get rid of.
So I'm gonna swap out.
So you pick your new spells. All right.
Oh, I just said what it was. Word of recall.
Oh man, this is gonna be a mistake, but fuck it. Okay.
Oh, which spell do I lose?
So
All right.
I
You
would talk to.
finish
Yep.
moving your spells around, choosing what you're gonna pick to have prepared.
Yeah, I'm just swapping out word recall for.
Okay. So
levels
Zith,
word
you put away the
recall.
tent.
Yeah.
The tiny hut disappears. You guys are all ready. You're making sure you got your armor on good. And you look over, and around one of the cliffs, there is something that you weren't sure, you're pretty sure wasn't there before your rest. But it's hard to say. It's darker now. Like, because 8 hours has gone by, you're kind of in the middle of the night. And you see portents. Nice. All right. So you see in the kind of glistening in the moonlight, there is some strange structure or something, an object, an obelisk.
Ooh.
And it's kind of near, kind of around the corner of one of the cliffs you didn't really explore. Caneus, you didn't notice it before. Hard to know if it was there or not, and you just didn't notice it, or if it's appeared. It has kind of an ominous.
Well-
It's about 10 to 12 feet tall and appears to be just a kind of a literally just an obelisk. It's all
Well,
black.
gentlemen, we have two options. We can accept our fate and head towards the obelisk, or we can try our best to not get involved in whatever craziness this is going to entail. That obelisk was not there earlier, and try to run back to Leylon.
Aeneas thinks he's
All
in
in
the first
favor of-
season of Lost. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. All in favor of running back to Leylon, say aye. And Case will raise his hand.
I don't think we got much of a choice, darling. I think we got to go to that obelisk. I'm not even sure if we can run back to Leylon.
Ozus,
Zith would
you can get us back.
Zith would mention, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if do we want to sit around and explore it, or we want to go right back? I mean, I'm all for exploring.
Yeah,
I
same.
just want to say this out. Go ahead, Seth.
Jim, like, what do we get any like what are our senses saying at this point? Like, we're on this island. Obviously, we're afraid from how we got
Mhm.
here. Like, is there any feeling we get when we look at that, or can we look to identify it, or do some sort of identification that might
One
help
of
us
the
figure out, like, is it just pure evil, or is it something that
good
could be a
question.
fun exercise for
I
us?
don't think there's anything about it that seems pure and holy. But maybe they also don't necessarily, I mean, it doesn't necessarily feel dark and ominous either. What's weird is that you're pretty sure, I mean, maybe you overlooked it, but it didn't seem like it was there before. Like, it's dark now and you can see it. But it was daylight before and you don't recall seeing it. That would have stood out, maybe. Or maybe you just really didn't see it. I mean, Caneas did this scan and didn't see anything magical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was looking around like 120-foot vision. So maybe this was just outside of 120 feet and he wasn't paying attention. He didn't see it when he flew up, but it could have overlooked it. It's kind of in this, almost like around the edge of a cliff. So I don't know.
Is it
It does strike you. You feel like this is a little weird. Like it doesn't belong on this island. Like that seems to be uninhabited at this point.
so? Either I would do detect magic, or Caneas can, to sort of see if there's anything else we can find out about it.
Sure.
I can do without taking any time or wasting a spell slot.
So you give it the old glowy-eyed treatment, Caneas, and it just feels like your vision sinks into it. Like you can't really
My vision
tell.
is thinking.
Yeah, like you don't get any feedback in your sight like you normally would. Glowing auras or things like that. It doesn't seem to emit magic, but it seems like your vision is stuck and just sucked into it. And same goes for casting detect magic. You concentrate on it, you hold your hand out toward it, you look at it, and your magic spell just goes like out in this cone, and then it just goes, and it kind of just goes in and kind of gets sucked into. So you don't get any feedback from your detect magic spell.
I look at Caneas a little worried, wondering if he just had the same feeling I had. And Zith would turn away and pick like a tree or a rock and try and cast a firebolt at it, just to make sure that his magic isn't working a-okay.
Okay, you cast firebolt
And it's fine.
at the obelisk.
No, not at the obelisk.
Oh,
Wait,
Away
sure,
from
what
the
it-
obelisk.
You're casting it out to sea. Where
Like,
are
yeah,
you?
like at like a tree or a rock on the island, like something innocuous.
Okay, you just want
I
to
just
make sure
wanna make
magic
sh-
works.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you like snap your finger, go, and yeah, no problem.
It's fine. Okay. All right.
Your
Well,
detect
I told the
magic
group,
seemed to be okay until you directed all your attention to the obelisk, and then it went and kind of sucked it in like a magic black hole.
yeah, magic sponge.
yep.
Well,
So,
I mean, I would tell the
reset.
guys like you know, there's no guarantees, but I think Ozus or I could, make a real try at getting us back to Leylon, or Neverwinter for that matter. But what's the vote? Should we figure out what's going on here or head back?
Like I said before,
Would you-
I mean, I'm more than willing to bring us all back, but if we want to do some exploring, this is the time to do it. I mean, I think we should find out why we were thrusted here. It wasn't, this was intentional. Or if it wasn't intentional, it was just the sheer fact that we got into this little battle and we got out of it as usual, and this is where she sent us. Or whatever he was that the creature sent us. And as Oz is
Palos.
yeah, and as I'm like preparing the fire, I'm kind of like chatting out loud like a crazy old man. Did I find anything to
Ozus,
cook?
Zamara, Dell, thoughts?
Well, I want to check. I want to check out this monolith, darling. Might be a bit of fun, and plus maybe we
Okay,
can. Plus maybe we can foil some kind of evil plot too.
that's my girl. Okay,
Yeah.
Dell, you in? You out?
Yeah, I think we should check it out.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
want it to be on
Check
Ezra?
it
record.
out.
This is a bad
Ezra's in
idea.
the check it. I look at Caneas and give him the like. Sorry, man.
I'm coming. I just want it on record that I think this is a bad idea. I can tell you I told you so when the inevitable happens.
Zith will take out this tiny notebook and write down that Caneas told us not to do this and be like, "Are you satisfied?" Just shove it back in his pocket.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right, so I mean, we're going towards it. Like, I mean, Zith would definitely be going very slow, checking for any traps, any weirdness. I probably wouldn't want to get closer than 30 feet of it if we're checking in and taking a beat.
Oh, that's not at all odd or suspicious. Jim, how tall is the obelisk?
Did we lose him?
Nope, it got muted. Sorry,
Okay.
I was muted. So it's about 12 to 14 feet tall, somewhere in there. If you did Giant's Might, you would be taller than it, right?
Mhm.
You want me to try
Which-
shoving it?
No, just go up there and put your hands on it and see what happens. Like get big first. Intimidate it.
Okay. Oh, let's try this. I'm going to activate Giant
Wow.
Might.
Big
You're gonna activate
surfboard.
Giant's
Zith,
Might,
like-
and what are you gonna do with it?
Zith like plugs his ears and turns away.
Okay, I'm gonna grow big, and first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of touch the thing, like give it a gentle shove to see, like, if it's really like stuck to the
Very-
ground or.
Very cool to the touch. Like it's at night, so this is not necessarily unexpected. There's the typical breezes at the beach, right? There's a wind and such at the beach, and it is perhaps cooler to the touch because of the typical beachside mists that come from the ocean itself. But it's very, very cool to the touch, and it begins to thrum very slowly. Thrum. Thrum.
And
Thrum.
interesting.
Thrum.
Everybody run!
Okay.
It's thrumming!
Okay.
Thrum. You sense
Yeah,
it start to thrum a little bit faster.
Yeah, I'm running.
Ozus, how long does it take you to do the word of recall thing?
I just it's we all have to be in the same spot. I throw the spell.
But it's
and we
instant.
split.
It doesn't take time, right?
You need to
Right.
be within 5 feet of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
just 5 feet.
Okay, everybody.
I wouldn't hold off yet. I mean, we're freaking out over this vibrating surfboard that's in the ground.
I mean, how big
You
is
don't even
the
know what surfboards are, so
How big?
I don't
How
know.
big is
Slightly
the
shorter
mower?
It's slightly
I'm
shorter
not
than
afraid of
Kineas' giant Kineas.
Can I see this from where I'm cooking the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
The picture's not entirely accurate. That's obviously AI
Right.
generated, but
Yeah.
it was kind of closer to the cliffs, a little bit out of sight. You guys camped on the beach itself on the sand between the rocks and whatnot. So you found a comfortable place to pitch your tent. But when you brought it down, even though you can see out of it, you didn't really notice it's dark out. But now the way the moonlight catches on it, it gives you that. Wait, how come we didn't notice that? It's not that
Oh,
it's
so-
shiny; it's kind of like matte black, but which is Jack's brother, but it's it seems to be there and kind of reflect the moonlight. The moonlight shines off of it.
Okay.
So I would say that it does strike you as odd that you didn't notice it before, but you can rationalize that, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's smart enough not to rationalize that.
What could the thrumming mean? Clearly, Kineas activated it or pissed it off.
You can feel it. You can feel it. It's not just Kineas who was touching it. Now, it's like waves coming out of it.
Yeah.
Right? And there is a subtle impression that the thrumming is increasing, or rather decreasing the time between them.
Yeah. So I would turn to the guys and just say, hey, look, like, I'm here for it, but odds are that is not good. So
That's the thing is, my guess about to explode.
or
Actually,
worse.
some sort of horrific spell.
Thrum.
Yeah.
Thrum.
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 So we can all take off and hide.
Thrum.
Option 1.
Thrum.
Option 2,
Thrum.
we try and get back to
Thrum.
Leyland before
Thrum.
we figure out
Thrum.
what's at the end of
Thrum.
this.
Thrum. Thrum.
Call
Thrum.
it.
Guys, it's
Thrum.
getting closer.
Thrum. 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 Thrum.
Moses,
Thrum.
Right.
lay it
Thrum.
on us.
It
Okay.
gets to be a very high-pitched sound now that's coming like a descant over the rhythm of this increasingly sped up thrumming sound.
Realizing that Ozus hasn't flicked the button yet. Or are you going to
Click the button for what?
head back to Leyland?
No, I mean, do you guys keep? Is that what you guys want to do?
Yes. It's thrumming very fast.
It's now
Oh.
thrumming so fast it's almost constant.
What
It's a
did
very
the other guys
low
say?
sub bass rumble at this point with a very high pitch sound. You can hear, especially probably you elves with the pointy ears, you can hear for sure some weird high pitched kind of, dog whistle.
I look at the guys, Del, Zamora, and Ezra. What do you want to do?
Well, we can't. If you think this is some kind of spell or magical effect that we can't do anything about, then I suppose we can. I suppose we can flee.
So great.
Yes, we're fleeing.
But if we can't stop it, then why
Running.
not?
More, yeah.
Yeah, Dell's just kind of has his hands on his heads, like the sound is overwhelming him.
Check the chat in the VTT if you can see it.
Oh boy.
Oh, is it too late? Or are we done?
Too late.
You are.
Yep, that's
Too
okay.
late.
You are toast.
Zith, realizing that is too late, would just jump into some bushes if he could.
All right. Now, no bushes. You're gathered around Ozus, discussing whether you're going to teleport back to Leylon, and then suddenly the sun seems to, like in the half a second, go across the sky. There's light and then darkness again, and you get very dizzy, and you lose like massive vertigo. You lose your sense of what's up and what's down. You only can tell that you are still near each other because some of you kind of bump into each other a little bit here and there. So as your head just kind of starts to clear up, it's almost like your brain fell asleep and it's waking up. There's pins and needles and that sort of thing. You find yourself in a very unusual place. You are standing in a room, very lavish room that just cries wealth and comfort. Before you, there is a trio of people, 2 women and a man. And they have a fairly shocked look on their face, as apparently they were collaborating together on something that was between them, and that something is suddenly gone. And instead, they look at you and they seem a little bit surprised by your being there. These 3 have the decorum of very powerful people who are very experienced. And they say, the man in the back, he goes, "Well, that's surprising. How did you 6 get here? What are you doing here?" And the other 2 are just kind of a little bit wide-eyed, but controlling it. "Yes, what is it that... Who are you?" And that's where we will end for tonight.
Nice.
Ooh.
So, welcome to the next part of your life.
I have to listen to the YouTube feed because I missed the last minute of that. I got cut off.
Oh,
But it
no,
sounds-
yeah, I saw you drop.
But it sounds exciting.
All right, well, everyone, next time we meet, we will figure out what is up with these three people and where our heroes have found themselves now. So tune in next time.